And welcome back, everybody. For the first time in history, an American president has been indicted on criminal charges.
Former President Donald Trump is scheduled for arraignment Tuesday in New York. We want to bring in political analyst and former Illinois Republican Party chair Pat Brady. Thanks you so much for coming in very early this morning. Appreciate it.
Anytime, guys.
Now, we're not going to adjudicate the case this morning, but politically speaking, this has got to be a nightmare for both establishment Republicans and for Democrats, right?
Yeah, the whole thing's kind of a nightmare. And again, you didn't put in the intro, I was also a federal and state prosecutor, so I kind of get what's going on here. And I don't think that history, and I'm not defending the ex-president, is going to judge this DA very well. To me, I'm reading what the charges, and we don't know what they are. It appears that they've taken a misdemeanor charge, a books and records violation, and are probably going to elevate it to a felony. It's kind of a novel legal theory to take out a former president of the United States, particularly when they're in the backdrop of other federal investigations. So I think it's a lot of bad conduct there. I think, too, we're seeing, with all due respect to my Republican friends, Republicans, we don't even know what's going to happen here, and they're already screaming that this is some kind of conspiracy by the Biden administration. And let's call it what it is, too. What is a guy, Donald Trump, who's thinking about running for president of the United States, fooling around with porn stars and former Playboy models and covering it up? I mean, there's bad behavior all the way around.
Absolutely. So we don't know the extent of the charges. The indictment hasn't been unsealed yet, but we know a little bit about what happens to accused felons in New York. They're handcuffed and fingerprinted.
Not from experience, but I can tell you that.
Right. So just talk about how that's going to play out, especially, you know, as he's running for election.
Yeah, you know what? And I used to do white-collar cases. I'd seen some of these white-collar guys when they go through this process, and it's going to be very traumatic from the time when you actually walk into the courthouse and the police take you and they print you and they take your mugshot. I think that's one reality sets in. And then you stand in front of a judge, the arraignment. It's a formal charging. It's very historic, but they'll announce what the charges are. And that's a very sobering moment, because that's when you really, as a defendant, lose control. This is in the judicial system now, and you don't get a lot of say.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to play politician now, because we know that in New York they are preparing for potential unrest, largely based on what Trump has said about, you know, protesting and fighting on his behalf. But if you had the ear of congressional leaders this morning, what would you be telling them with regard to potential unrest in New York?
You got to tell, listen, you got to, and again, this is more bad behavior. Everybody's got to settle down, and the leadership's got to say, we have to, as Republicans, respect the process. Even Governor DeSantis yesterday said, I'm not going to honor the Constitution and the extradition proceedings if former President Trump wants to stay in Florida. We're supposed to respect the law, and they're not doing that. I think everybody needs to calm down, see what it is. Unrest isn't going to help anything. He's still indicted. They can scream all they want, but he's still going to go through the process. And to me, the most disturbing part of the bad behavior is we're not respecting the process. There's no respect for the institutions anymore, and I think that's a bad development in a democracy.
So the polling has Donald Trump actually pulling ahead of DeSantis. How does this affect the presidential election and Trump's nomination?
You know, short term, I think it's probably very good for him, because he's raising money off it, as are Republicans. But if you look at the very early polling on this investigation amongst independents, where elections are won, 70% of independents think this investigation, including me, has been too political. So this probably helps him. But the headlines today across the country, Trump indicted with it, not good.
We got less than a minute left. A lot of people are arguing that this is a bookkeeping misdemeanor that they've, you know, to your point, that they've elevated to a felony. Not so in Georgia, and not so in January 6th. They say those cases have more teeth. But because of what we're seeing here in New York, could it be argued that the prosecutors in those cases may take more time to make sure that they've got their ducks in a row should indictments come there?
I think they were going to do it anyway, and the Manhattan DA's office has a reputation of sticking its nose into cases it doesn't have any business being in. There's a crime problem in New York like there's in Chicago. Focus on the street crimes. They have no business bringing this case. But to answer your question, the feds are on a different schedule. They don't really care, I don't think, what the state's doing. But the problem is the impact of those much more significant investigations is going to be watered down by what happened yesterday.
Okay. Thank you, Pat Brady. Appreciate your time as always.